Hello, hello, and welcome. I am Web Weaver, and I'm so glad you have found my channel here today. This is where I do a one-card tarot reading just to give us some guidance for our day ahead. As always, these readings are for entertainment purposes only, and I am using the Dreams of Gaia tarot deck. This deck is different than traditional tarot, so I do have notes that I pull from to help guide my readings until I have these cards memorized. I figured out the old computer. it's really not that old of a computer, but it's a simple one I had gotten with the intention of putting my family tree program on it. But my family tree program ended up being too much for it, and it took half hour to load anything. It was awful. So the other day, it's the holiday break. Everybody's hanging out, playing with toys, playing video games, whatever. I said, you know what? I'm going to get this out. Because if I can get this to work, I can bring it upstairs where I do these readings and not have to haul my other one back and forth. It took all day. It took all day to clean all. It still had all the old Family Tree Maker files on it that I didn't realize were still on there. I had to take all of it off. It took hours to defragment once I removed all the programs because I didn't need them on here. And it's working now. And I just got the little dongles. There's 2 of them in the package, but the camera that I'm using here is a good camera, but it's got a USB-C port to it. This computer doesn't have one of those, so I had to get an adapter that connects the USB-C port and will plug it into a USB port. That's what I was waiting on. So I am rolling now. I'm good to go. So this reading will be for January 5th. It is Monday. My oldest goes back to school. I have a day to get some things done before I have to go sub for 3 days. And we're really hoping to hear some good news on the employment front. So if you have any, employment energy you want to send our way, that would be most welcome. My husband's been unemployed since July. I've been looking for part-time work from home stuff because we have the little one. I've not found anything. I started subbing this school year because he was unemployed. We have just now he had a very promising interview right before the holiday break, and it was with a university, so of course they all went on break. And that same time, another possibility, there's like 8 positions opened at this place that would be a great fit for him. So, and he knows somebody that works there. So we're really hoping that this works out, because by the time we get to February, maybe March, if I get a lot of sub jobs, we're going to be up the creek without a paddle. So, yeah, good times. All right, so this is for Monday, January 5th. Let me bring you down. And hopefully it's not too washed out. I can't tell when this is an older computer, so. What do we need to know for the day? What's our message for the day? What do we need to know for the day? What's our message for the day? What do we need to know for the day? What's our message for the day? What do we need to know for the day? What's our message for the day? What do we need to know for the day? All right, I am going to split the deck. I do not read reversals. And we have the 5 of Water. So let me get my little stand here so that this can be better viewed. hopefully that is a good place for you. I wish I could see this better, but it doesn't want to. No, that went too far. Okay, it's going to have to work. Hopefully you can see it. All right, we are in the 5 of water. I feel like we've had this one before, and it's like right at the tip of my memory, but I don't want to guess. Okay. So the 5 of water represents feelings of fear, doubt, and hopelessness that can cloud our minds and hearts and give rise to confusion, misunderstandings, and anger. These emotions are often born of our own pain or insecurities and can cloud our ability to see the love that surrounds us. This is a challenging card because it's not one that offers any real comfort. Loss is something we all experience. This card symbolizes the need to allow yourself to work through your grief and to take as much time as you need. Allow the emotions to flow and flow along with them, but not to the extent that they threaten to overwhelm you or have you lashing out at others. Allow those around you to be there for you and to help you. So, this card is not saying that something baneful or challenging is going to happen. It sounds like it has already happened. Okay, this is something where something has already happened. Hold on, I'm going to try to stick this right here. That's good. So it sounds like something has already happened that has caused these feelings of fear, hopelessness, doubt, to come up within us, to well up within us. Now, this card is for tomorrow, but whatever it was has already happened. And those feelings can sometimes leave us confused. Maybe we're feeling fear, which is making us angry, or hopelessness that's making us just not care or think we don't care. But it makes it hard for us to feel and recognize the love that is around us, the love that others offer us. This card is telling us that we need to work through our emotions. We need to work through our grief. Everyone experiences loss, whether it's the loss of a loved one, the loss of a job, the loss of something that you thought you were going to have that you ended up not having, the loss of your ideal situation. Maybe it's the loss of trust in someone or something that causes grief. We all feel that at one time or another. What this card is telling us is that we need to work through our grief. Grief is a process. It's not a one and done. And it's going to take time, whatever it is that you are grieving. And you need to take as much time as you need. And when the grief hits, when the feelings hit, when you start feeling the fear, the doubt, what hope is there, those kind of feelings, allow them to flow. Feel them because your feelings are real. Cry, scream, go for a run, whatever it is that you need to do to flow with those feelings and work through those feelings so that way you don't hold them in and let them overwhelm you. If you don't let them out, if you clam up and just turn inward, that's going to be bad for your mental health. That is going to be bad for your physical health. That is not the way to handle grief. You need to allow yourself to work through it without letting it overwhelm you. It's a balance. And if you have people around you who love you, who want to be there for you, let them be there for you. Tell them how they can be there for you. Even if it's just, hey, Can you come sit and watch a movie with me? Or something like that. Can we go get coffee? You want to go for a walk? That kind of thing. Maybe it's not, oh, can I cry on your shoulder? Maybe you just need company. Maybe you need a sounding board. Maybe, if you've got people in your life that want to help, tell them how they can help. All right. So if you would like to meditate on the imagery of this card, feel free to pause the video. Otherwise, I will be back tomorrow with our next reading. In the bigger picture, I feel like this is, I did want to throw that out there. We just had the day yesterday where the United States helped itself into Venezuela and captured Maduro and his wife. And there are a lot of mixed emotions about that situation, and there's a lot of tension. There's a lot of what happened to the rule of law, what happened to following the rules, a loss of trust. There's a lot of emotions around that. So I feel like this almost ties into that, right? There's a lot of things that I expected from my country that I'm not getting, and there is grief that is tied into that. And that is okay to feel and to flow with, but we can't let the situation overwhelm us. We still have things to do. All right, so I will be back tomorrow for our next reading. I hope you all have a wonderful Sunday night. If you are sending your young ones back to school tomorrow, I hope you enjoy your Monday. I hope your Monday is gentle no matter what you're doing. And I will see you tomorrow. Blessed be.